So this morning, we're starting a session where the outs are in and the ins are out. Yes, it's true. Tesla's up along with Apple and Meta, which have been the out stocks, and everything else is down. So who knows if that'll last, but it's interesting to see. This is a different kind of rotation. So we'll report in about 20 minutes, see if that's true across the board or just for a few minutes. Listen, I thought I'd start this morning with catalysts. I've been waiting for a few potential short-term market movers. I'm sure you've been waiting for these also. Maybe people are sensing that these things are coming, but let's take a look at a list here just real quick. Number one, we'd love to have confirmation that Cybertruck is at 100 per day, or better yet, 1,000 per week. That would be a really, really good number. That would put us at the 52,000 per year rate. Now, getting to that number, it might be a couple months off, but when we get there, I think that'll be a catalyst. That'll indicate that the ramp is going very, very well. Even 100 per day or 500 per week, 700 per week would be good. Right now, we're hearing numbers that are there's a wide range of numbers. I did hear a number this morning based on VIN numbers that is 300 per week. So we might be, getting pretty close. Number two, confirmation that the Model 3 production is back up to speed at Fremont. So far, what I'm hearing is that it is not. That doesn't mean that it is not, but that's what I'm hearing. But that would be important in order to get to the numbers really seriously back to where we want them to be. Fremont Model 3 is going to have to do well. And because the Model 3 Plus is an outstanding car, and they would be selling all they can make right now. So I'm not sure what the numbers are, but it's not great yet, apparently. Number three, some kind of positive update on 4680 production. We haven't heard anything for quite a while now, and it would be great to hear what's going on in that regard. Number four, actual restart of Giga Berlin. Now, there's a bunch of news this morning suggesting that Giga Berlin might be up as early as tomorrow. Originally, they had said the 19th, and then some people were saying it was going to be the 13th this Wednesday, but now they're talking about it might be later today, but more likely tomorrow that they start that, everything gets going again in Giga Berlin. Number five, actually beginning the work at Giga Mexico. Come on, man. We need to have the governor, we're not going to be able to believe these different people that talk about what's happening down in Mexico. They're completely wrong every time. It was supposed to start on the 3rd. Today is the 11th, and there's no action yet. Number six, walls being put up at Mega Factory Shanghai. We seem to have a slab. Maybe we have a slab. That hasn't been absolutely confirmed, although it seems very, very likely that that is in fact the slab, but let's get the walls going. Okay, I think that would help. Seeing the walls go up and have some kind of confirmation that in fact that is the factory, our factory, if you will. Number seven, 11's promised all hands meeting. What happened to that? That was supposed to be a week ago or longer. When was that supposed to happen? I forget now. It definitely, no, it was supposed to happen in February. It's supposed to happen the first week of February. Now we're in the second week of March. What happened to that all hands meeting? Number eight, a barn buster video showing a big time improvement in Optimus. We've got so many different videos out right now about other bots. It's time for Optimus to have another time in the sun, but like with some really significant stuff. Faster walking speed, faster management of tasks, multiple tasks, possibly a view in the factory. Now we've seen a couple of other bots working in the factory. We'd like to see the Optimus also working in the factory. Number nine, a Model Y delivery date. We'd like to see the delivery dates moving out. We'd like to see that there's enough activity in the Model Y that they're putting pressure on manufacturing. So again, new noise in the system this morning suggests that Model Y production in Austin is doing well and is up, but that's just the noise in the system. All right, number 10, 2 weeks of stellar numbers in China, 2 weeks in a row. So we need to see a really good week this week and another really good week next week. Those numbers out of China do seem to impact the stock a little bit. So getting some higher numbers out of China would be really, really important. And then number 11, a surprise final number on April 2nd. So right now the number, people are talking anywhere from 420 to 450. The street thinks it's going to be 475. if we got a surprise more in the 450, 460 range, I think that would help the stock. All right. This is Randy Kirk. I need you to hit like. Have you hit the like? Go ahead, hit the like button, please. Hit subscribe, hit notify. You want to hit notify? Why? Because later on today, it'll be, you know who it is. Today is Brian White Day. And then, of course, Larry Goldberg helps us with the Good News Monday, information as always on Monday. He's on his way to, of course, Texas to watch the liftoff of the Starship. Man, what a deal that is going to be. Earth shaking, solar system shaking, a very significant moment in human history, and it will not get a headline in the New York Times if it goes into orbit. It just won't. It might make the front page. But why aren't people paying attention? Why isn't the mainstream media paying attention? I mean, this is a monumental day. If in fact the Starship goes into orbit, and especially if it's able to really prove that it can do a landing, even though that might be at sea in the water, but showing it is able to come down as it should. All right. From Kyla Schwabero. I think that's what it is. KYLASCHWABEROW on X. She's asked the question this morning, V12 wide release. When's that going to happen? Elon Musk responds, pretty cool stuff coming both this month and next. And as if to echo Elon's words, we have, lots of other execs now showing up on X. And this is from Jermatron. He says, I've never been more excited to work on Autopilot and Optimus than I have been in the last couple of weeks. So much insane progress across both. Such a crazy feeling to see the future I dreamed about becoming reality, and to be part of making it possible is an incredible feeling. I know how he feels, even as just a chronicler. But being a chronicler of these moments in history is great. It's just amazing. All right, Motor Trend is a very, very, very long review on the Cybertruck this morning. And I think on the one hand, they need to be congratulated for going into a great deal of detail. And some of this is stuff that Tesla should probably pay attention to. And actually, it's kind of like, Sandy Munro, when he tears the vehicle apart and Tesla pays a lot of attention and then makes some changes. I think this Motor Trend article would be about on that level. The difference is that the Motor Trend people, they just can't say nice things. Oh, okay, you'll hear. There's a couple of nice things, but they don't talk about the sound system. They don't talk about how quiet the truck is. Other people have described the ride as being like a Rolls Royce. They describe it as being similar to a Rivian. I mean, all right. So I'm going to go through a bit of this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. You would be like, Randy, come on. Okay. You've heard it said that a good compromise leaves everyone upset. In truth, it's a pretty good truck. Hamstrung by a series of needless compromises for the sake of vanity. Vanity? This is about Elon Musk's vanity? Whose vanity is he talking about? This is about making something unique, different, exciting, fun, changing. Okay. The Cybertruck would be a better truck if it were not for the design. Whether you like the way it looked, you might like the look or you may not. The dystopian triangular styling has forced a number of compromises. The fact is, the fact that it's as good a vehicle as it is a testament to Tesla's engineers, an indication of Elon Musk's influence on it looking like this. Making a left turn across traffic is particularly perilous, as the combination of pillar and door mirror make it very difficult to see traffic coming from the right. That massive single wiper is another concession to the truck's unusual design. Its size and weight means that at maximum speed, it shakes the entire truck. Man, I want to ride on the truck just to feel that. The windshield wiper at full speed shakes the entire truck. This is his complaint. That on those few moments, of course, in Southern California, we never have to worry about that. But some of you have gully washers. I've been in them. And, so those on those days, it's going to shake the truck. Shake the truck. Okay, Tesla eschewed a video screen in the rearview mirror for a rearview camera feed in the large central screen. It makes the physical rearview mirror feel as though it's only there for legal purposes. And while you can move the camera feed to one or two different locations on the big display, training yourself to look down to see what's behind you will take quite a lot of time. Oh, no, it wouldn't. It's going to take you time to figure that out. Okay, listen, I think that putting it up in the main screen is a phenomenal idea. I'm going to talk to you a bit more about that in a second. He says, oh, and don't bother trying to see what's behind your Cybertruck if you turn your signal on, because the video feed from the rear is replaced with the blind spot cameras if you have those enabled. Don't try to bring up the vehicle menu control either. If you have the rear view video feed in the top center of the screen, because the menu goes behind it and blocks access to all the most important controls and various obvious programming oversight. So this would be an example of something that I think that Tesla should listen to. All right, here's my take. I've been meaning to say this anyway. I think that when you put on the left turn blinker, the left turn blinker should be showing right next to the rear mirror feed. All right. This will give you this wide mirror view. I used to have one of those, I forget what they called. I had the mirror that went all the way across the top of my car and had like 5 little panes at different angles. It was amazing, that camera, that mirror. So there's no reason that can't be done on the video screen. Literally, you could have the side view mirrors and the rear view mirror always displayed across the middle of the top of the screen, and only have it get out of the way when you need more space or something. But there's ways that can be done that would make your ability to see what's behind you at all times really, really cool. Tesla, I agree, this is an area for work, but I think directionality is correct. And the fact that you have to learn to look down, okay, give me a break. Okay, he says, as you can imagine, these mirrors make it harder to back a trailer up as well. It's too bad because the rear steer and super quick steering ratio make reversing a trailer a breeze. Why wouldn't you say that first? You know, it's really a breeze to brake. Anyway, rather than palming the wheel or going hand over hand, you just make small inputs to the steering wheel and the trailer goes exactly where you want. Yeah, okay. As with any electric truck, towing is effortless. The weight of the trailer makes the Cybertruck accelerate less aggressively, and it's slower to stop, but far less so than a combustion-powered pickup. Getting up to speed is a breeze if you put your foot in it. Climbing grades and passing on the highway, easy. Okay, good. All good things. We do wish the Cybertruck was more confident towing over bad pavement, though. By itself, the truck rides shockingly well and makes those bumps disappear under its flamboyant-looking tires. Hook up a trailer, though, and everything changes. Even a fairly light 3,170-pound trailer pushes the truck around on rough pavement. Once again, I don't know if that's anything that's correctable, but if Tesla could correct it, I think it's worth looking into. On the other hand, you're talking about how much use? How many millions of miles are you going to be driving across rough road with a trailer? I think it's a very, very minor issue. I think the emphasis should have been on how great the thing tows. Back to the superchargers for a minute. Those charging sessions are going to be a bit longer than you might be used to if you're already a Tesla owner. It peaks at 252 kilowatts in their test, but it's the biggest Tesla battery, and so it's going to take a little longer to get. It said charging from 5% to 80% took 42 minutes. That's 10 minutes longer than a Model Y long range. 4 minutes quicker than the Ford F-150 Lightning and Rivian R1T. Do not believe Tesla's hype about the Cybertruck being unstoppable or ready for any terrain in the universe. So what they go on to talk about here is that the tire choices, all right? Well, you know, you can change the tires and you might choose to have different kind of tires. What Tesla has done here is they've got a tire that they believe is it's the hybrid tire for going off-road as well as on-road. They even talk about, in some of their own literature, about the fact that you might want to have a separate set of tires that you're going to use if you're really going for the off-road experience. They do talk about some of the other off-roading and suggest that I'm not going to go into the whole off-roading thing. I'm not sure many of you are interested in that, but they talk about you're going to want to possibly make some adjustments, make some modifications to the truck if that's your main purpose for the truck. It says the tires are also a compromise for handling and stopping on pavement. Well, that's what I just said. It does all those things competently, but you can tell from the squared off steering yoke, it could do better on a street tire. Okay, yeah, all right. So if you're never going to go off road, you're never going to have that, then change them out, use something else. From our test data, Tesla engineers have leveraged their excellent. They're excellent. Oh, something excellent. On-road traction control to make the Cybertruck launch harder with the than a Model 3 dual motor. The dual motor Foundation Series truck packs 593 horsepower, 525 pounds of torque, enough to push the 6,660-pound stainless steel attention magnet to 60 miles an hour in 3.8 seconds through a quarter mile in 12.4 seconds. That's quick, but the heavier Ford F-150 Lightning Platinum with less power will do it in 4 seconds. Wait a minute, that's slower. The Cybertruck's tires are holding it back. Yeah, we know this. I don't know. It seems like this is not important. It becomes more obvious with stopping and turning. A 126-foot stop from 60 miles an hour is good, but the same chunky Lightning will do it in 118 feet. Put the Tesla into a corner and it pulls anyway. The lateral pull, it says, is good, despite the Tesla's lighter weight, greater power, quick ratio, steer-by-wire, and rear steering. Said that there was a 0 steering wheel feel in this because it's a steer-by-wire. Yeah, okay. Around corners, it handles more like a Range Rover than a pickup trucker. It is very similar to the way a Rivian R1T handles. Excellent for a truck, great for an SUV, and pretty good for a sedan. It's hardly a supercar, as Musk has suggested. It really is kind of a supercar, but it is fun to a point, even as the notion lingers that the tires are holding it back. Again, change the tires. This is maybe Tesla needs to offer various different tires. The steering, I mean, from the outset, so that you can decide based on your ride. The steering yoke exists, so far as we understand, because Musk wanted it to. Setup, it says, while the setup isn't applied properly to the Model S and X, the engineers took this opportunity to get it right. Oh, wouldn't that be the headline on that paragraph? Tesla got it right with this yoke. So it says, oh, honestly, if it's so small, it feels like steering a nearly 3.5-ton truck with a Nintendo Switch. Good. All of that said, there's a certain honesty to the Cybertruck in a world saturated with overland builds festooned with every piece of off-road equipment known to man, but which never leaves the pavement. The Cybertruck speaks plainly. Everyone knows you bought it because you think it looks good, cool, and everyone knows you will never meet or take pictures of it and go for a ride in the land of pavement machines. The Cybertruck rules. Okay, so yes, it is a hybrid vehicle. It's designed to look great, and work great on the road, look good and work great off-road. It is not going to be the very best at either, except if you make the tires fit. That's what they said over and over again. You got to make the tires fit the use. This is true everywhere. As you guys know, I've been in the bicycle business my entire career, and bicycles are exactly the same way. You can buy, bicycles with that are set up to take various size tires and then various types of tires, and you put on the knobbies for one thing, and you put on the slicks for another thing. This is not. Anyway, it sounds like they thought the vehicle's really, really good. My point again is there's a couple of points in there that I think Tesla could take advantage of and make over-the-air updates and improve it. Okay, let's take a look at what's happening with Tesla in the markets right now. Tesla is up $6.59. Explain that. Okay, who knows? So let's see here. And that $6.59 goes along with Apple up 3, and I'm sorry, it was Google. That's right. Google's the other one that's out of favor. I said Meta. I'm so sorry. So Google and Tesla and Apple are all three up this morning, with the rest of the Mag 7 down, Nvidia down 16, Microsoft down 4, Meta down 25 again, and Amazon down 3. Look at that. I mean, it's the in guys are out and the out guys are in. Dow Jones down 123, NASDAQ down 81, S&P down 24, and the Cathie Woods are mixed, but primarily up, and even the ones that are down just this little tiny bit. Okay, percentage-wise, that would be the Dow down 0.31%, the NASDAQ down 0.51%, and the S&P down 0.45%. All right, let's go in and take a look at those bonds. The bonds this morning, almost the 10-year basically unchanged, 0.3%, 0.3% of a basis point. We have got, I'm sorry, I said that completely wrong. Not 3 basis points. Yeah, 0.3 of a basis point. All right. 7-year, 5-year, all of those are up. The 2-year is the one we pay attention to. It is up 3 basis points this morning, and making the spread wider. The 2-month basically unchanged, just like basically the 10 years unchanged. Well, okay, we were seeing that inversion start to shrink, and now we're seeing that inversion widening out abruptly this morning. Why? Okay, let's see here. Let's go on to oil. We got the oil is down this morning, $1.07 under 77 at 76.89. That is the trend. It was over 80 last week. You'll probably remember. So right now we're seeing oil starting to collapse back down again. End of winter, not in driving season yet. Probably a good guess. We've got the Brent is also down about the same amount, so still about that same spread. Natural gas down 2% this morning, 176. So after pushing up against 190, natural gas is starting to collapse back down into the range where it has been previously. The dollar is a little bit soft again this week so far. Well, it's only Monday. Gold is up $4. 21.89, so staying right up there at its high. Copper up 0.75% this morning. Then listen to this. Bitcoin is up 2,295 at 71,738. Wow. Something's going to happen here. It's either going to go to 1,000, as many people think it will, or it is going to stall out at some point. And boy, there could be an NVIDIA kind of moment, the new kind of NVIDIA moment, like it had on Friday, where it lost 10%. Now, for a Bitcoin to lose 10% in a day would not be a shock. It would probably have to lose like 20% in a day to really be a shock. Okay, let's go back and take another look at Tesla again, up $6.79. Wow, holy mackerel. All right, so you might have missed yesterday's video with Sir Basher. He goes out and finds these charts and these graphs, and very, very cool stuff that I haven't seen before, so therefore you probably haven't seen before. Really instructive on some aspects of the economy, some aspects of where things might be going. Very helpful, especially on this weekend where we took that long look at Cathie Wood and came to the conclusion that we were headed to recession. Nothing has changed my mind. I'm still 65.35, so I think there's a chance we skirt it. But I more believe that we are either in, near, or will be in recession in the third quarter. That confidence is going up on my part. All right. Tomorrow, as you know, the CPI. So, oh, by the way, I will put a card up for that CERN Basher video. And then CPI tomorrow, also the National Federation of Independent Business report. That'll be tomorrow. You want to make sure you're around for that. And then Brian White and Larry Goldberg later today. So hit that notify button and make sure you do that. And then thank you very much. We've had a couple more people joining Patreon. I need more producers. If you're getting some value out of all of this work that I'm doing, please help by supporting the channel. Become a producer. That's basically what it is. You can do it at the $3 level now. Also available at $5, where you will get your choice of any of the 4 books that are currently audio books on Amazon. Audio, you're going to get the audio books for just being a $5 member. You get one of those for free. And if you join at the $10 level, you can have 2 out of the 4 books that are available for free. That includes my opus, the magnum opus that's been out now for over 30 years and is in its 3rd edition, When Friday Isn't Payday, which is designed for folks that own or want to own, are thinking about opening a small business, or actually goes all the way to the end of life on a small business, to the point where you're getting ready to sell a small business, how to value it for those purposes. Okay, I got to get out of here now. It has been great talking to you.